Imagine this. You're rushing to the hospital, your heart racing as you head to the NICU where your baby is fighting for life. You need that power, that life-saving equipment to stay on, but something unexpected happens. The power goes out. And guess who's behind it? A Karen from the HOA. Let me tell you, this was one of the craziest situations I've ever faced. It all started when a local homeowners association, or HOA, decided they needed to do some routine maintenance to the power lines in the neighborhood. Now, most people would think, okay, no big deal, just a quick fix, right? Wrong. What they didn't tell anyone was that they planned on cutting the power to the entire block for hours. Now, here's where the real problem kicked in. The NICU, where my baby was receiving treatment, was on that same power grid. The equipment that kept my child alive needed constant power, no interruptions. So when I found out the HOA was cutting the power, I flipped. This wasn't just an inconvenience, this was life or death. I immediately called the hospital, and they were doing their best to try and get a backup generator, but the clock was ticking. That's when I realized something. I had to take matters into my own hands. I remembered that I had a contact with a local company that rents out heavy-duty generator trucks, and I didn't hesitate for a second. I called them up, explained the emergency, and within minutes, they were loading up a massive generator truck to bring to the hospital. As I'm speeding over there, I'm thinking, if this Karen from the HOA thinks she can play with people's lives, she's in for a rude awakening. When I arrived at the hospital, the NICU staff was already in panic mode, but they were so relieved when they saw the generator truck pull up. We set it up right outside, and just in time, the power in the building was cut, but the NICU's equipment kept running smoothly. It was a huge relief. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. The HOA Karen? She came by to check on the maintenance, and when she saw the generator truck, she demanded we shut it off. Can you believe that? I told her, in no uncertain terms, that she wasn't going to stop us from keeping the lights on for these vulnerable babies. I'm not backing down on this one. Long story short, the generator stayed on, the NICU stayed powered up, and my baby's care continued without any issues. As for the HOA Karen, well, I think she learned that some things are just bigger than petty rules. You don't mess with people's lives. Moral of the story, if you've got a Karen in your way, sometimes you have to show up with a generator truck and let them know who's boss. Hope you guys enjoyed that wild story. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more crazy, real-life tales.